Hello everybody and welcome back. Thank you for joining me again on this journey together, wherever you are, whichever country you're in, whoever you're with in these unusual times. And thanks for all your feedback yesterday. That was really useful to have some sense of what's valuable to you and how we can shape this so that it has the most use for everybody. One of the things I was doing yesterday was listening to some interviews with Nelson Mandela, and it reminded me of all that time in the 80s when we were saying and marching and singing "Free Nelson Mandela." And as you know, he was in jail for 27 years in tough circumstances, and yet somehow he was always free. He always had some kernel of freedom inside him. He was always bigger than the space he was in. And when he came out, he was ready to expand into the possibility that awaited him. So I want to look today at freedom in our bodies and how we can give that to ourselves, even now, even with whatever constraints we're operating under. And to introduce that, I'm going to have a little experience of not having freedom. And I want you to just cup your hand, do your hands like this and put them together. And then what we're going to do is pull as hard as you can. So really pulling with both hands, pulling with your elbows further and further apart. You feel your stomach pulling in to help you, your core engaging. You might start trembling. Put everything you can into this. Pulling. 3 more breaths. 3, 2, and you feel a relief when you stop. You feel your body relaxing. Your heart starting to slow down. You feel how pleasurable it is to not be doing that anymore. And that's a way of sensing into the stress and the tension we can make inside our own bodies, the lack of freedom that we can let go of. And maybe now we have the time and the space to consider that and to really value it, to create freedom inside. And we think of all the times when we are hunching our shoulders or frowning or unknowingly clenching a fist. We have all these micro movements that reflect what we would have needed if the source of stress had been a tiger and we had to get going and get out of there. So we're like, the fight or flight response is ready, even though the problems we're facing are not helped by that kind of reaction. In fact, they're hindered because it takes all the blood away from our brain into our organs and our muscles ready to act. It gives us less decision-making capacity and less freedom. So for the rest of our time today, I'm going to do a short relaxation exercise to address that. So you can settle comfortably into your chair or lying on the floor or on a bed. Have your head flat, don't use a pillow. Your spine straight. And let's just close our eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. And imagine you're looking down on your body And you're looking through a special filter that shows up the stresses and the tensions. And you can see those areas glowing red on your body. Just take a minute to think into that. Keep breathing slowly and steadily in through your nose and out through your nose. Looking for stress spots. Looking for where you're storing tension. And then still, as though you're floating above your body, reach out with your hand and gently place it on one of the tension spots. Just rest it there. Absorb some of the tension. Feel it moving into your hand and then away, far away. And after a while, you might feel that that tension is reduced a little bit. You've let some of it go, as much as it's ready to go. And look across your body again. Look for the next spot. The next place where you're going to put your hand, resting gently. A steady warmth. As though you're putting love through your hand on into the tension. Into that place where some freedom has been lost. And you're decongesting it. You're pulling out the blockage, the tension, the bad memories that put it there, or the anxiety that's feeding it. You're drawing it all out through your hand, through your observing body, and out into the universe, where it can be absorbed. You don't need to hold that piece of tension anymore. It's not serving you. And instead you can start to feel some freedom in that space. Some release. An emerging sense of spaciousness. Seal it with love. And see if there's another area you want to address. Maybe the head. We spend so much time in our heads, sometimes just going round and round in circles, fretting over the same thing, paralyzing ourselves. So you just rest both hands on either side of your head. Feel that warmth. Feel that compassion. Feel that sense of safety that you can give yourself no matter what. That you are always there for yourself. Giving yourself the clarity, the freedom of thought that is helpful for your well-being and helpful for everybody you serve. Pull out the tension into those hands around your head and away into the universe. And feel how you can give yourself some freedom inside your own head, no matter what. Now gently withdraw the hands holding your head. Look down one last time on your body. Thank it for its courage and resilience. And remind it to feel as free as it can. And open your eyes. Thank you.